Hi, welcome to Plus This. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a GoToMeeting connection. So this GoToMeeting connection tool is great for connecting your GoToMeeting platform with your Infusionsoft or Keep app. And essentially what people use this for is to create the meetings themselves and also apply tags based on people who are attending those meetings or missing those meetings. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to start by showing you a little campaign here. This is a simple example of what a meeting campaign can look like, and then you'll see the context of the different tags or fields we'll be setting up in Plus This and how they'll be applied in your campaigns so that when you're working in Plus This, it'll be more natural to you and you'll know exactly what you're kind of looking for or setting up in the tool itself. So I'll just run through this campaign really quickly to give you some context here. Essentially, one of the first things you'll want to do is have a way to establish that the meeting has been scheduled. So a lot of times I recommend using a tool like Calendly so that when you go to a page like we have on our demo page here /demo, you can pick a time slot. You'll see like with Calendly they make it really easy to go ahead and get in here, pick a time, put in your information. And what this essentially is doing is creating this contact if they don't exist already, and then secondly putting the date that they select and the time that they select in a field on my record, so that it makes it really easy for us to now create this meeting based on that information. If you don't use a tool like Calendly, that's totally fine too. You just need a way to create that contact, store their date and that time for the meeting, and then apply some kind of tags so that you know, okay, this person's ready to have that meeting actually scheduled. So this is why I really recommend a tool like Calendly. It just makes that really easy, but it's not impossible to do without a tool like that if you want to set something up like that. So essentially that's what's happening first. We're getting people registered through this process, and then they'll come into a little sequence, and it's a really simple one. All we're doing is we're running a little HTTP post that you can just drag like that over here to actually create that meeting. And so when we're done setting up the tool in Plus This, we'll give you a URL that you just copy and paste here, and that's what will actually run and create this meeting for like the implementation calls or the demos or the consultation calls or whatever it is that you need. And then when we're done, Plus This will apply a tag that says, cool, this meeting has been created. Go ahead and send the reminders. All that information has been stored so you don't have to wait anymore. And then lastly, we'll send out a little reminder or like a confirmation or a series of these if you want to, where we can merge in their join link because we're grabbing that from GoToMeeting and using Plus This to store it. We'll also be able to merge in the start times or the dates if you want to have that done, and so on. So it's a really cool and easy to use tool for making this whole process more automated. So that's really the gist of it. The final thing here is that we can apply a tag when someone attends, and we can also set up automation to apply a tag when someone misses the demo. And that's about it. The other stuff you're seeing here kind of goes along with the Calendly tool that we have, where you can even program things for people who reschedule demos or cancel demos. So if you want to learn more about that, go ahead and check out our Calendly video. But that's pretty much all you need to know for some context, and then let's go back over to Plus This and finish setting this up. Alright, so I'm back in Plus This and we're going to go ahead and create the rest of this meeting. So the way that this will work is there's a lot of different fields in here just for your own flexibility, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to fill out every one of these in order to create this tool itself. So I'm just going to cover the main ones that you'll want to look at, and the rest are totally optional or are just for you to use if you prefer it. So to get started here, I'm actually going to skip the first one. A lot of times in my emails, I'll just write what exactly that meeting is covering. And so I don't have to really put in a subject for the meeting and then merge that into my emails themselves. That's just something I don't really do most of the time. So I usually skip that one. The next one's pretty important though. So this is where, in our example, we're using Calendly. When someone goes and signs up for it, we're storing this time in a field. And so that way we can go ahead and put that field in here. So we store it in like imp call time. And what this tool is essentially doing is it's saying, hey, GoToMeeting, let's create a meeting with this date and time. So that's kind of what it's grabbing. If you don't use a tool like Calendly or a scheduling tool where it can store that date and time that's picked in a field, then you'll just use your own form or whatever process you're doing, and make sure you store their date and time in a field so that you can select it in this tool. All right, so then we can pick which time we'd like to use. I'm just going to use the default here, and then same thing with time zone. And then we want to tell Plusthis how long that meeting is. So we'll say it's 60 minutes. And this just lets Plusthis know when they should expect to know if someone's actually made it to that meeting or not, so that we can later on apply tags based on that. And then it wants us to select the tag to apply to the contact once the meeting is generated. So we'll pick the tag we have for this, meeting created, is the example here. And this is essentially what Plusthis will apply when someone's come through. We've gone ahead and created that meeting now. We can apply the tags, so we can say, good, they're good to go. Go ahead and send any emails you want with reminders, and we'll have all that merged information ready for that as well. So none of this gets ahead of itself, basically. So let's pick a tag for that. I don't know if I actually have one created. Let's go ahead and just create one really quickly here to demonstrate that. If I don't have it, I can just go ahead and click on that plus sign like you saw there, and I can create my tags. So we'll say meeting created. We'll create the tag. Cool. All right, and then down here, where would you like to store the meeting join URL? That's a good one to use too. So we have our call join link. And what we'll do at this is when we go to our actual emails to send them, when we're done setting this up, what we can do is we can use that field as a merge field where we want to mention with that join link. So you can see I've already done that. If you click merge and then go into custom, you'll find it listed in here. So that's kind of what you'll want to do when you want to give people a link to join the actual meeting. Very important. And then where would you like to store the meeting subject? This is another one that I usually skip, so don't worry about that. Unless you really want to store these subject lines and be able to merge those into emails, then that's great. You have the flexibility to do that. And then finally, we just have our tag for the people who attended. So let's do our attended tag. So I have one for attended meeting, and that is your setup. So again, the attended tag to reference in your own setup is over here. We'll have a tag for attended. Usually for the missed tag on the meeting calls, what I'll do is I'll set up something in here where there's like a delay, and if it's been like a day afterwards or whatever it might be, I'll apply the missed demo tag so that those people get pulled out and go in here. Otherwise, they're going to attend, they'll get pulled out automatically before that other tag gets applied, and they'll go into the appropriate follow-up for attending. So that's about it for all of the little setup there. So now we'll just go back to Plusthis, we'll give it a name, Plusthis demo, we'll save. And then the final step is just copying this HTTP post URL. We'll go back to the campaign, we'll go to the sequence where we're creating the meeting, and we'll go to that HTTP post. It'll look blank like this. You'll copy and paste, and now you're done. So you've just created your automated meeting generator machine, and we'll be able to know when people are attending that meeting or missing that meeting, and we'll be able to send the reminders using Infusionsoft or Keep with our own branding, our own extra cool automation tools like countdown timers or SMS and things like that, and just really have a better experience for our users where we don't have to rely solely on GoToMeeting to deliver all those emails or the reminders, or try to export and import all those contacts into Infusionsoft or Keep. So hopefully this is really helpful for you and can help you get started. If you have any other questions, I recommend checking out our tool information portal over here for more helpful guides, for configuration help, and for the FAQs. Our knowledge base can also be reached by clicking here, and if you need to talk to a human, we're here to help as well. Just email us at help@plusthis.com, and we'll be right there to guide you through this journey. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video. Have a great day.